taking notes, paying attention. If you were sleeping, ask your neighbor what just happened to help you out. All right, Chris, go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Chris Wassarman. I'm currently in Frisco, Texas, or Dallas, Texas. Work out of the same office as Rob. Originally down there.
Is it fair to say you were a bit of a mortgage protection lead junkie until like 6 months ago?
That's safe.
Okay, so how has the hybrid method allowed you to shift away from that and add in things like live transfer leads, internet leads, and then how do you work those into the schedule that you already had that was already helping you, be a successful agent and help 40 plus families a month?
Yeah, so the hybrid model has really opened up a lot of opportunities for me and really gave me a pathway and catalyst to help even more families. So one thing that you have to know about mortgage mailers, really any kind of mailers, you're dependent on the mail company to send you that mail. You are totally out of control. So whatever comes in, whatever leaflet you're getting, is what you're getting. There's nothing you can do to alter it. What I really love about the hybrid model is that it allows you to take a lot more control of your schedule. So what I'll do is I use live transfers. I also use some outbound calls. And on dial days, this is typically a day where I'm not running appointments in the field, so I'll have my live transfers on. That's going to allow me to help 2, 3, 4 families that day. So that's another 4 to 8 families a week that I'm helping just on the dial days alone. And another thing that I do, and to really help, is when I'm setting my appointments now. When I first started with the mortgage mailers or any mailer, or any in-home appointment, really, I would send a time to go out there. So 3 o'clock tomorrow, I'll be there. So what I'm doing now, what I realize is with live transfers and outbound one-call closes, the average time it takes to close somebody is about 30 minutes. So now instead of setting at 3 o'clock, I'm going to be there between 3 and 3:30. So now when I'm driving to that home, I'm able to still conduct phone calls or take a live transfer, and I'm able to still be in time for my appointment. So now instead of just going out and closing one deal, helping one family, I'm able to help two, in the same span of time. And then what I think happens a lot right now is people kind of get freaked out of the hybrid model or anything over the phone, but it's a very normal thing now. And I think that to be successful, or success, is really, it's a child of adaptability. So I think all of us have probably bought something online, or if you bought something over the phone, just raise your hand. Right? It's pretty common to look around. So it's not a weird thing to buy anything over the phone anymore. It's very, very commonplace. So it's not weird. So don't be weird about it. This is an opportunity to continue conducting business, take control of your schedule, and to be able to help a lot more families than you would if you were just going home. Just look at it this way: with everyone that just raised their hand, if I'm going to set up an in-home appointment with you, I might get to each of you over the course of 2 months. If I'm doing that on the phone, I get to each one of you in about 2 days.
And like you said, you didn't go, I'm going to totally scrap what I'm doing in the field. You went, this is another thing like Ron said, I can add to my belt. This is another way we can serve more families, which is what we're trying to do at the end of the day, so you added it in there, right?
Yeah, it's in conjunction with what I'm doing. I haven't replaced a single thing that I've done. This is just in addition to. And when I first started doing it, I wasn't that great at it over the phone, but I've come up with ways to close the majority of my live transfers and phone calls on closing. I wasn't able to do that before. It's just how you present it. How you set the call at the beginning.
And what we talked about before this too was that your agent count's pretty much, the amount of agents you have running every month has doubled since you started doing this. So how has implementing this system helped you build an agency faster?
Yeah, so all the time that I was spending in-home at appointments, driving back and forth, door knocking and whatnot, it's opened up my schedule so that now I'm able to have more phone calls with my agents. I'm able to speak with more recruits. I'm able to field way more phone calls from my agents than I was previously. And it's also helped me develop a paradigm that I'm able to plug my agents into to get them going really, really fast.
Right, and it doesn't matter geographically where they're at. If they're in a state where they don't have leads right away or anything like that, you can go, hey, I know how to do this side, right? I've done this side, because it's hard to teach something if you were doing it before you were guessing, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. That's a great point. I meant to bring that up, so thanks for reminding me. So, another great thing about doing it virtually over the phone is I'm not limited to just Dallas, Texas. I'm all 50 states, and that's where I'm able to help anybody in all 50 states. So I went out and I got, when I first started doing it, kind of plug and play, I kept my own license in Texas, and then my volume of live transfer went up slow. So I just went out and I got my registered licenses in 37 states. And so now I'm able to take a lot more phone calls. I pay less per lead because I have there's less competition. There's more people in 37 states than around one state. So it's able to get me a lot more spread out.
Awesome, man. Hey, give him a big round of applause.